You are welcome to the part 2 of practical ways out of teenage addictions. In this video, we shall be addressing practical ways out of teenage vaping addiction. Our objective is to know and subsequently act on the practical ways out of teenage vaping addiction. Let's delve into this topic by answering some questions. Number 1. What is vaping addiction? Vaping involves using a handheld electronic device to inhale a mist into your lungs. Devices such as e-cigarettes, vape pens, or other electronic nicotine delivery systems heat a liquid containing nicotine, flavorings, propylene glycol, and other additives to create an aerosol that you inhale through a mouthpiece. Vaping addiction, therefore, is a dependency on the nicotine delivered through electronic devices like e-cigarettes, characterized by a compulsive need to vape despite harmful consequences. The rise of vaping addiction among teenagers has become a serious public health issue. Vaping, which involves inhaling vapor from an e-cigarette or similar device, contains nicotine, flavorings, and other chemicals. Though marketed as a safer alternative to smoking, vaping poses significant risks, especially for adolescents whose bodies and brains are still developing. Vaping and using e-cigarettes are closely related but not exactly the same. E-cigarettes are specific devices designed to heat liquid often containing nicotine to produce an aerosol that users inhale. E-cigarettes heat up the liquid nicotine and flavoring for inhalation. They come in various forms, including vapes, vape pens, e-hookahs, and personal vaporizers (PVs), collectively known as electronic nicotine delivery systems (ENDS). Vaping, on the other hand, is the act of using any device including e-cigarettes, vape pens, mods, etc., to inhale this aerosol. In essence, e-cigarettes are one type of device used for vaping. Number 2. What are the components of e-cigarettes? E-liquid or e-juice? E-cigarettes contain 1. A cartridge, tank, or a pod to hold the liquid. 2. A heating element to turn the liquid into aerosol. 3. A battery to power the heating element. 4. A control button or sensor to activate the device. 5. A mouthpiece to inhale the aerosol. E-liquids contain 1. Flavorings with their own set of ingredients. 2. Nicotine, a highly addictive substance. 3. Propylene glycol and glycerin for vapor production. 4. Other potential ingredients include carcinogens, chemicals causing lung disease, THC, vitamin E acetate, heavy metals, and ultrafine particles. Number 3. How does vaping work? Vaping devices heat liquid to create an aerosol, not water vapor. This mist contains particles of nicotine, flavorings, and other substances. You inhale these particles into your mouth, down your throat, and into your lungs. Number 4. Vaping versus smoking cigarettes. Both vaping and smoking cigarettes involve inhaling nicotine and other substances. However, vaping devices heat liquid to produce an aerosol, while cigarettes burn tobacco to create smoke. Number 5. Is vaping safer than smoking cigarettes? Vaping is often perceived as safer than smoking, but it still causes health problems. Both habits are addictive and expose you to potentially harmful chemicals. Number 6. What are the causes of vaping? 1. Peer pressure. Teenagers often start vaping due to peer influence, seeking social acceptance. 2. Marketing. Aggressive marketing and appealing flavors make vaping attractive to young people. 3. Perceived safety. Many teens believe vaping is less harmful than smoking cigarettes. 4. Stress and anxiety. Teens may turn to vaping as a coping mechanism for stress or anxiety. Number 7. What are the signs of vaping addiction? 1. Frequent cravings. Strong desire to vape, especially in situations where it's not possible. 2. Increased tolerance. Needing more frequent or longer vaping sessions to achieve the same effect. 3. Withdrawal symptoms. Irritability, restlessness, and anxiety when unable to vape. 4. Neglect of responsibilities, ignoring school, family, or social obligations in favor of vaping. 5. Physical symptoms, persistent cough, shortness of breath, and other respiratory issues. Number 8. What are the dangerous effects of vaping? Dangers of vaping. Vaping can lead to 1. Short-term effects include coughing, shortness of breath, eye irritation, headaches, dry mouth, and nausea. 2. Asthma and other lung conditions. 3. Increased cancer risk. 4. Vaping creates an aerosol that contains harmful particles, including nicotine and metals. The particles inhaled during vaping can cause inflammation and irritation in your lungs, potentially leading to lung damage such as scarring and narrowing of airways. 5. Lung scarring from chemicals like diacetyl. 6. Damage to heart and brain. 7. EVALI, which is a serious lung condition. E-V-A-L-I or e-cigarette or vaping product use associated lung injury is a serious condition linked to vaping, especially with products containing vitamin E acetate. 8. Nicotine addiction, respiratory problems, and potential exposure to harmful chemicals. 9. Mental health. Increased anxiety, depression, and mood swings. 10. Academic performance. Decline in school performance due to distraction and decreased cognitive function. 11. Social impact. Strained relationships with family and non-vaping peers. 12. Nicotine addiction. 13. Potential progression to cigarette smoking. 14. Battery explosions causing injuries.
Number 9. What are the practical ways out of teenage vaping addiction? A. For parents and guardians. 1. Open communication. Maintain an open dialogue about the risks of vaping without judgment. 2. Set clear expectation. Establish rules and consequences related to vaping. 3. Monitor behavior. Be aware of changes in behavior and possible signs of vaping of your teens. B. For mentors and educators. 1. Education programs. Integrate comprehensive education about the dangers of vaping into school curricula. 2. Support systems. Create support groups for students struggling with addiction. 3. Positive role modeling. Encourage healthy lifestyle choices and demonstrate non-addictive behaviors. C. For counselors and healthcare providers. 1. Screening and assessment. Regularly screen for signs of vaping addiction during health visits. 2. Counseling services. Provide individual or group counseling to address the psychological aspects of addiction. 3. Treatment plans. Develop personalized treatment plans that may include nicotine replacement therapies and behavioral interventions. D. For clergy and faith leaders. 1. Faith-based support. Offer faith-based counseling and support groups and prayers. 2. Community engagement. Promote healthy, faith-oriented activities that can serve as alternatives to vaping. 3. Spiritual guidance. Provide spiritual guidance and prayer for those struggling with addiction. A. For teenagers who are victims of vaping. To quit vaping. 1. Set goals. Establish clear, achievable goals for reducing and eventually quitting vaping. 2. Identify triggers of vaping. Recognize situations or emotions that trigger the urge to vape and find alternative coping strategies. 3. Build a support network. Surround yourself with supportive friends, family, and mentors who encourage healthy choices. 4. Stay active. Engage in physical activities to reduce cravings and improve overall well-being. 5. Mindfulness and relaxation. Practice mindfulness techniques and relaxation exercises to manage stress and reduce the urge to vape. 6. Use resources. Utilize available resources such as quitlines, apps, and online support communities designed to help with vaping cessation. 7. Inform friends and family of your plan. 8. List your reasons for quitting and avoid triggers. 9. Be prepared for cravings and withdrawal symptoms. 10. Self-education. Learn about the risks associated with vaping and nicotine addiction. 11. Healthy coping mechanisms. Develop healthy ways to manage stress, such as exercise, hobbies, and talking to someone you trust. 12. Seek help. Don't hesitate to reach out for help from parents, teachers, or counselors if struggling with addiction.
Conclusion. Vaping is not an approved method for quitting smoking. While some people switch to vaping to quit smoking, many end up addicted to vaping instead. As a teenager, please take note of the following. 1. If you don't vape, don't start vaping. 2. If you've been vaping, stop vaping immediately. 3. If you need help quitting vaping, employ some or all the numerous resources are available to support you as mentioned above. 4. Prioritize your health and take steps to overcome this habit. 5. Vaping may appear appealing, but it's very harmful. Lastly, to all and everyone, understanding the complexities of vaping addiction and implementing these strategies, we can create a supportive environment that helps teenagers overcome this challenge and promotes their long-term health and well-being. Watch out for the next video, Practical Ways Out of Teenage Alcohol Addiction, Part 3. I am yours sincerely, Pastor Williams Akimbamijo.